Tell us more about that secret sauce there. How are you getting these clients to stay with you? I mean, 20 years. The signs probably cost, what, a quarter of what they cost now today. You have access to so many more people with the internet. How is it that no matter how much our economy changes and everything changes, you are still that client calls you and says, you're it, you're the only one?
I think there's a couple of different things. I always pick up my phone and respond to him. I don't tell him no. And B, our quality speaks for itself and our customer service. There obviously is going to be some scenarios where things happen. We can't control everything on every project. But there has never been a mishap that we did not take accountability for and fix it and repair it right away. So we have never gone back to him and said, this is your problem. This wasn't my problem. I don't believe that as one of the heads of this company, it doesn't pass me. If it gets up to my level, then it's my responsibility and mine alone. So I take that on and I don't let the ball drop.
The very first thing you said is I pick up the phone. That was your first knee jerk, just right off the bat. That's what you say is I pick up the phone. So if you were to call you Wednesday at 5:30 at night,
I would answer the phone.
Saturday at 10 a.m.
I would answer the phone.
So the rules of engagement, so to speak, on an 8 to 5 Monday through Friday don't apply.
Absolutely not. And frankly, my personal opinion in the sign industry, and I'm sure several of the listeners that have the same theory will completely agree. You do not get off the clock. You do not get to go home. If you want a customer to come back to you, they need to know that you're going to be there at any point in time that they need them.
That's powerful right there in itself. I mean, that's right there. You don't have a clock to punch. No matter what, when they want you, you're there to help out.
My employees have a clock to punch, but I don't.
Yeah. I guess that's when you go into sales. That's one of the things that you're going to have to decide on is if I'm doing sales, then that is my life. That is an alter ego of me, and I'm going to do it at all times.
Mm-hmm. I'm building a relationship with these people. I don't want just a one-time client. I mean, we all have them, but personally, I like the repeat clients. I think it makes the projects easier. It makes the relationship easier. I learn what to expect from them. They learn what to expect from me, and they know exactly what they're getting with me.
When you said relationship, it makes me think of a relationship is like one of my buddies. He calls odd hours, Friday afternoon, Saturday evening, what are you doing tonight? Let's go get a beer. Sure. And we go out and there's no Monday through Fridays when I'm a friend of his. In fact, this is him calling right now. I'm going to send him the voicemail here because I'm on a podcast, but that is, you call at any time. And you said relationship, that kind of, it sparked my mind to go to friends of we call whenever. Mm-hmm. There is no Monday through Friday. It's kind of a mindset that I feel that some people still have, but they really need to get that out of their head. They're going to do sales.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, from his point of view, I would like to think that when he goes into these new positions that he goes into in this particular client, he handles, I don't even know the words are escaping me, but he builds up all of their new branches for these banking institutions, right?
Okay, so he's in development
exactly
of the banks.
And I'm sure he has to deal with a lot of vendors. He has to deal with a lot of moving parts and pieces to find leases, bring in furniture, TIs, all these other things. So for him to be able to walk into a position and not have to worry about one of those pieces, that all he has to do is email me and he doesn't have to answer a bunch of questions. He doesn't have to jump through a bunch of hoops. I handle all of the legwork and all of the headache, so he doesn't have to deal with it. And then I give it to him and I research and disseminate the information and explain to him, what needs to happen and what our options are.